So everyone, welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today we're going to do our Colorado Avalanche season preview. As many of you know, as I spoke about earlier this week, Colorado named Gabriel Landeskog the youngest captain in the history of the NHL. We'll talk about that in a minute. But let's start with the line combinations. Up front, first line, we got Stastny centering David Jones and Milan Hajduk, kind of a veteran line there. The top three lines are all kind of interchangeable. I'll talk about that in a second. But let me digress on the other lines and defense units. Second line, Gabriel Landeskog, the new captain on the left, Ryan O'Reilly, and newly acquired Pierre Parenteau on the right. Pretty solid second line there. Third line, and this is where it gets kind of intriguing. McGinn, who came over from San Jose and had a great run with them, obviously being a big reason for to have optimism on this third line. With Matt Duchene at center, we'll talk about that in a second, and Steve Downey on the right. Now, people talk about Duchene's got this all-world skill, O'Reilly led them in scoring last year, and Stastny, for my money, is their first-line center at this moment. So I think all three center spots are interchangeable. I think Stastny could end the year as a third-line center. I think Duchene could end the year as a first-line center, but, see what it is with O'Reilly and how those guys all work in conjunction with each other. But I got to get O'Reilly locked up first. Third line, pretty basic. Cody McLeod, John Mitchell, and former Boston Bruins great Chuck Kobasu. Pretty veteran line there. And like I said, I like Downey on that line with Duchene and McGinn. I think that really gives him a pretty good look. If Downey can, when he first came over in that trade, he was on fire, and then he kind of cooled off. But we'll see what Downey can do. Like I said, I've been a Steve Downey fan for a long time. Defense units, you got Jan Heda and Eric Johnson. I labeled Eric Johnson as the X factor on this team in my Central Division my Northwest Division preview because he was drafted first overall. He's got the all-world skill, the size, the shot, the skating ability. If he can put it together, life's a hell of a lot easier for those forwards and those goalies. I think the quality defenseman can be a great equalizer when you have subpar forwards because they can make breaking out so much easier, and when you have subpar goaltending because they can keep quality scoring chances for the opposition to a minimum. So that's something to watch there. Second pairing, Ryan O'Byrne and Shane O'Brien, pretty solid thing there. And then Ryan Wilson and Greg Zanin on your third pairing. So in defense, there's a lot to be desired, but if Eric Johnson can emerge and be a true number one, the dynamic changes in that back end tenfold. And then between the pipes, Varlamov and Jaguar, I think Varlamov will have a great year. I think last year, and we'll talk about this in another episode, his old KHL team, Locomotive, went down in that crash. Psychologically, that adjustment to a new city, a new system, his first half stats were subpar, but he's pretty good down the stretch. And, there's something to look at. And, we'll see how that works out. Jaguar had a great year last year. Jiggy showed he can still bring it, and he can still be quality 1A backup goalie. But this Colorado team, Sacco's on the hot seat. We know that. Landeskog was named the youngest captain in NHL history. That's something to keep an eye on. When the season starts. Now, by the time the season starts, Landeskog could be 28. So that's something to look at there. But this is a young team with a lot of talent that really has. They made the playoffs a couple of years ago. Was it 2010 when Duchene and O'Reilly were rookies? And then the last couple of years they've been kind of slim pickings. But they've got to play up to the level that they're capable of this team to succeed. Can Varlamov be the guy? Can Duchene regain his second year in the league and not revert back to last year where he was not that great? Can O'Reilly continue to develop as a bona fide two-way center in the league? Can Stastny continue to play well? Will Milan Hajduk continue to play well even though he's a little bit older? How will Pierre Parenteau getting a big contract, getting off the island, playing with some other good offensive players? How will he respond? There's so much there to look at. Like I said, Eric Johnson is your biggest X factor right there. So right now, tentatively, you get Colorado between 10 and 12 in the West, but that could change if everything falls into place. That's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ, Colorado Avalanche season preview. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the off season and beyond. Later, guys.